today I wanted to do a video about love. Let's talk about love. Disclaimer, the whole video will not be like this. Possibly. Because my arm hurt and I don't have a little tripod. And I really just started recording because I'm making noodles. I forget to look at the camera. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? How do you know when you found the one? How do you know that this is love? How do you know? We're going to talk about that. We're going to get right into that. But, disclaimer. We about to set a disclaimer right now. Okay, love is a powerful emotion. Love can heal this world. It can. Love can heal the world. If I loved you and you loved me, you wouldn't discriminate against me. There would be no poor, no but no rich. Because we're giving to each other. We're loving each other. You know what I'm saying? There would be no war. You know what I'm saying?
Prepare to hear you know what I'm saying like 15 times. Okay, let's go.
You wouldn't have to fight for health care. You wouldn't have to fight to survive. You know what I'm saying? Because it's based in love. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That's the disclaimer I'm gonna set right there. But I do not feel that love is the only thing needed in a relationship. Love cannot fix a relationship. You need much more. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna get into that. When we talk about how do you know this is love and how do you know this is the one, because those two are very, very different things. And we're gonna get into it. So, yeah. All right, I have sat down. Let's get into it. So what we're first gonna talk about is love, like the definition of love. How do you know when you have found love in somebody? And this does not have to be in terms of like, a partner, or in terms of like, boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife. It doesn't have to be like that. It could be in terms of friendship. Because I know personally me, I'm not somebody who loves easily, if that makes sense. Like, I'm naturally a caring person. I'm naturally empathetic. That's just how I am. So I kind of function in the process of love. But in terms of actually deeply feeling for somebody, I don't do that easily. So whether it be friendship, whether it be relationship. So let's talk about what does it look like when you love somebody. Like, what does it feel like? I define love as a strong care. That's literally how I define love. Like, because I naturally care about the human race. You know what I'm saying? I naturally want better for people. That's a natural thing. You know what I'm saying? And so, in general, I naturally love everyone. Peace, kumbaya. But in terms of an intimate love, I feel like it's care, but to a stronger extent. Not only do I care about you and want better for you in a general sense, but I care about you and I want better for you in a more intimate sense now as well. The things that you do affect me emotionally because I'm intimately connected and intimately care about you. You know what I'm saying? There's an emotional connection there. I feel like when you care about somebody with that general sense of love, that's a mental care, if you know what I'm saying. But when you like truly love somebody, I feel like that is an emotional care. There's an emotional attachment there. And that emotional attachment could that's it. It could.
The fuck?
But yeah. So that's what I would define as love. A strong care, an emotional attachment of care. You know what I'm saying? You get the vibes. And then, but with that, I feel like love and in love is different as well. Because I feel like love in terms of like, I'm not talking about the general sense of love. I'm talking about love as in, okay, this is my best friend. I love her. This is my family. I love them. You know what I'm saying? When you get to those deeply intimate connections with a boyfriend, girlfriend, with somebody you just really are infatuated with. It could be a best friend too that you're in love with. People have like a stigma about, oh, I'm so in love with this person. Like, maybe I just love who you are as a person. I just love your core. You know what I'm saying? It's not like, oh, I want to get with you. But anyway, definitely there's a difference between I love everyone, I love you, and I'm in love with you. Okay, we discussed like a general sense of I love you. We discussed
the fuck,
an intimate sense of I love you, and now when it gets to I'm in love with you, that's when we get a little stupid. No, let me stop. Let me stop. We're not gonna go there. That's when we that care for someone it goes beyond emotional attachment. There's emotional attachment. There's mental attachment. There's typically physical attachment. I feel like when all of those aspects of you are attached to this person, are aligned with this person, are engaged with this person, maybe in love. Being in love with somebody, that's deep. I can say I've likely done maybe once, twice, if I'm pushing it. Once or twice if I'm pushing it. So being in love is really a different kind of ball game.
If I say one more,
it's deeper. Like literally, there's levels to this. I love everyone. Tier 1. You know what I'm saying? That's like red hot sauce. You know what I'm saying? I love you. Okay, you love me. Okay, that's cool. That's given hot Cheeto. I'm in love with you. It's giving jalapeno chili hot pepper. Ghost pepper. It's giving ghost pepper. It's a big jump, but that's the vibe. These are not literal definitions, but you get the vibe of what I'm saying. So going off of these 3 interpretations, you can basically get a sense of your connection to someone. You know what I'm saying? I feel like identifying if you love someone is a lot easier than identifying the concept of them being the one. A lot of people would connect the fact that if you get to a point where you're in love with somebody, then obviously they're the one. Which I feel like it should be like that, because if you're in love and you have a mental attachment, an emotional attachment, and a physical attachment, then obviously you would hope that these attachments are healthy. But that's not all the time true. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to step into, outside of these 3 definitions of love, we're going to step into how these aspects of love level up to them being the one. Okay? Getting into it. So the one. Okay? The one, how do you know when someone's the one? How do you know if this person is the one you're going to marry, the one you want to be with for the rest of your life? How do you know? For me personally, going off those 3 definitions, I want to feel like I'm in love with you. That's numero uno. I feel like I have to be in love with you. For me personally, I have to be emotionally connected to you. I have to feel something there emotionally. I have to feel something there mentally. I have to feel something there physically. And I really need to be connected to you in all aspects of my being. You know what I'm saying? My soul, I feel like, has to be aligned with your soul. You know what I'm saying? Like, might be too deep, but that's how I feel about someone who's considered the one. And so, going off of that, step number one, are you in love with this person? Like, is this person somebody that you absolutely are in love with? Right? And to go off of what I said in the beginning, I said that love can heal the world, but love cannot heal a relationship. And honestly, I don't feel like love is enough to sustain a relationship, because I can be in love with you, right? I can be in love with you, but that does not mean everything about the relationship itself is right. That does not mean that. That means I'm in love with you. And being in love can put on these fuzzy colored goggles. That's the reality of it. It can put on fuzzy colored goggles. Being in love, it's a beautiful thing. It's a rich thing. It's amazing. But it can also be dangerous if used inappropriately. So not only do we need love, but we also need things such as comfortability. That's number one for me, outside of, am I in love with you? Am I comfortable with you? Can I talk to you about anything? Do you understand me? Can I be completely naked with you? Not only physically, mentally, emotionally, financially. Can I be at the roughest point in my life and still be okay and comfortable with you? You know what I'm saying? Do we understand each other? Do we communicate with each other to the point where it's successful? You know what I'm saying? There's a lot more, and that could spin off of love, but that in itself is another entity in which is needed in a relationship, in which I feel like someone would be the one, in which consists of a healthy relationship. Also, that's number one. Number two for me is the concept of, are we working together or are we working against each other? And this is like what I said in my freaking unpopular opinions. I'm someone, I do not believe that opposites attract is a factual statement. Because I feel like if we have different communication styles, if we have different love styles, if we have different habits and different thought processes and different perspectives, oftentimes we're going to be working against each other instead of working with each other. You know what I'm saying? We're going to clash more than we connect. And that's the reality of it. I feel like in these situations, somebody or both parties compromise and they change themselves in order to appease the other person and the other person's interests and the other person's love styles and the other person's communication styles and whatnot. And that in itself is very healthy. But if, in a sense, we are not working on ourselves in order to work on us, and we are just so in ourselves, then we will find ourselves combating. We will find ourselves butting heads. So the aspects of, are we working together, is that aspect of, oh, okay, you communicate like this, I communicate like this. How can we communicate with each other in order to make this work? How can I change? Not so much as change who I am as a person, but how can I adjust myself so that I am the best version of myself for this relationship? You know what I'm saying? How can I make adjustments, make changes so that I am the best partner or the best friend or the best daughter or the best mother? Like, how can I work with you in order for us to work together? You know what I'm saying? I might have been spinning around in circles with that one, but the gist of that one is, you have to be able to work with your partner so that you can work together. But if you're consistently and constantly butting heads with each other, it's not going to work. That's not to say that there will not be fights. There will be fights. But how you handle arguments and debates says everything. Are you working with each other in order to work together? Or are you combating each other? Are you trying to be right and the other person wrong? It all falls down to comfortability, compatibility. So number 3, you attracted to your partner? This may seem like an obvious question, like, what do you mean am I attracted to? Obviously I'm attracted to my partner, but I am someone, if you read my blog, I'm someone that feels like there should be comfortability, compatibility, and chemistry. There should be chemistry. I am someone that feels like that those butterflies, I don't feel like they should leave. Like that little fire that you feel with your loved one, that's that love, that's that passion that you have for one another, and that should never leave. Is the romance there? Do you feel loved properly? Do you feel butterflies with this person? Does this person excite you? Does this person make you happy? Are you attracted to this person? Do you get tingles when you speak to them, when you see them? You know, do that get wet when they walk by? Okay, something like that. But you get the vibes. Like compatibility, comfortability, and chemistry. Those are 3 big teams that have to be there in terms of someone being the one. Not only am I in love with you, okay, I'm attached to you. I feel these things for you. But are you making me comfortable enough to the point where I can openly express myself to you, express my mental, emotional, physical, and financial and soul attachment to you? Are you making me comfortable enough to be able to communicate my feelings that I have for you, or communicate my feelings that I have in general? You know what I'm saying? And compatibility. Am I as attached to you as you are attached to me? Do I vibe with you as you vibe with me? Do we are our vibes in sync? Are we aligned? You know what I'm saying? When I'm comfortable enough to open up to you and to speak to you and to express my thoughts, are our thoughts engaging with each other, or are they attacking each other? You know what I'm saying? And chemistry. Does this love die? Does this fire that I feel for you die? Do these attachments whizzle out and become burdens rather than butterflies? You know what I'm saying? Like it can get real deep. It can get real deep. Yeah. Overall, I think this video was everywhere, but you get the vibes of what I'm saying. Like, love is a serious thing. It's a serious thing, and it's much needed in a world that is so filled with hate. Like, it's so needed. Levels to love, and there's levels to love within a intimate relationship. And if you don't identify these levels, and you don't identify which level you're on, a lot of the time you're gonna waste your time. You're gonna be in relationships that are not right for you, and it's just not giving what it's supposed to give. So yeah, we talked a little bit about love. We talked a little bit about the one and how all of that mumble jumble, all of it aligns together and combines together. I hope you were interested in this video. I hope you enjoyed it, even though I know I was probably all over the place, but it's a good topic to talk about. I had fun talking about it. So if you liked it, like, subscribe, share, comment. I am trying to build my platform, so yeah.